The CX-5, along with most of other Mazda cars, are changing. So the new Mazda CX-5 has new spy shots and was rumored to be the CX-50, but we are more confident that it's actually the 2023 CX-5. And with that, we have some upcoming exciting news for this new generation of Mazdas. In late 2022 or 2023, Mazda is changing their route from being a bubbly, simple design to something a bit more aggressive and a bit more luxurious. So Mazda Australia Managing Director Vinesh Bendi stated that the straight six engine family will power their new large platform products, which are the CX-5 and above, and same with the Mazda 6. So people first thought that the inline-6 engine was going to come into the Mazda 6 first, but it's actually going to be the CX-5. And on top of that, it's also going to be rear-wheel drive. So no more power up front and they're driving the power in the back, which is what most entry-level luxury manufacturers do. With select models and trims will also be turboed, naturally aspirated, or it might feature a hybrid system, which would be fantastic. So from TFLcar.com, we have the new spy shots. Has basically a bolder wheel arc, and not only is this bolder, it's boxier as well from the previous generation CX-5, which gives it more of a sportier and aggressive look. And you can also notice that is kind of bubbling over. That is most likely going to be the black trim, similar to what we see on the CX-30, which is something that a lot of people just don't like. It does give it more of a sporty, rugged look. Some sharp lines on the hood, which it had previously, but has two more added sharp lines on top right there. And the CX-50 does look like a larger vehicle from the previous generation as well, which is why people were thinking it's going to be a CX-50, because they are planning on coming out with the CX-50, but there are just no spy shots or no evidence showing that there's going to be a CX-50 coming out in 2023 just yet, which the CX-50 is going to be the big brother to CX-5 whenever or if ever it comes out. So here's some renderings of this car with the spy shots in consideration. You have the wheel arches, which is more of a boxy design instead of a nice cylinder design. Black plastic look definitely looks a whole lot better on this render and on this car compared to the CX-30. CX-30 just looks a little bit derpy, take it as you will. And if you also take a look back at the CX-5, the previous model CX-5, it's just a sleek, clean design. I like it a lot, looks great. I like it a lot. However, the headlights are kind of sunken in, the grille is squished up a little bit, and the front bumper is more aggressive. Taking a look at the back, once again, it's more of an aggressive look to this car, and it looks pretty good in my opinion. This is the rendering from Car Advice by Theophilus Chen. Hopefully I said his name right. I may have butchered it. The black plastic looks pretty good on this car in my opinion, not on the CX-30. Now, we will most likely not get diesel engine in America. We're just sticking with the new 3-liter inline-6 Skyactiv motor, which is a whole new design, whole new motor for this generation. And it's kind of interesting, right? And this car is going to be coming with an 8-speed automatic instead of a 6-speed automatic. And that 8-speed automatic is going to be reliable because it's 90% Toyota. So I don't think we have much to worry about with the transmission, but more so the engine. First of all, it is a beautiful engine. It just looks very intense. There's a lot going on, which means there's a potential for more things to fail. Inline-6 engines are perfectly balanced if they do it correctly. Ideally, it will be reliable, just like the Jeep Cherokee and the BMW inline-6, the 3.0. Mazda is using more of a spark control compression ignition system, which is different from all the other motors we're used to. Makes this engine a lot more efficient, run a bit more lean, which is okay since this engine has higher compression, which is also fantastic for a turbocharger. Higher compression doesn't necessarily mean longer lasting engines. So hopefully they're putting in some nicely forged internals, because the main things that will fail within this engine is probably going to be the rods if they don't upgrade them to something high quality. This engine is supposed to make about 187 horsepower, which is similar to the Jeep Grand Cherokee, back in the day, the 3.0, the inline-6, which has 190 horsepower, except this is gonna be a lot more efficient. We don't have the exact numbers for its fuel consumption. However, we can expect it being a whole lot better. Thank you to Jalopnik for writing such an incredible article. All right, so we spoke a little bit about the CX-5 itself, the engine, the transmission. Oh, it looks fantastic. And now let's go ahead and talk about the feel of the next generation cars. They're making the body itself a whole lot more stiff. they're trying to make the position on where you're and how you're sitting more ergonomic and makes you feel like you're driving in the cockpit of the car instead of just driving with the car. So I'm kind of excited to see what's going to be happening with the new Mazda cars, and especially how they're going to translate that to the Mazda Miata. The Mazda Miata is fantastic right now, but it can just keep getting better and better. But the CX-5 is impressive. I really like the design. I like the black plastic look. However, it's just not that luxury look that people are kind of expecting. However, it is aggressive looking and sporty looking that does also appeal to a lot of buyers. In my opinion, a lot of people who's buying these cars are more of moms and stuff like that, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just that I don't think that they're going to go for this type of look. We don't have exact numbers of what this thing's going to cost, but if we're looking at the price of the 2021 Mazda CX-5, we're looking at about $26,000-ish, and we should kind of see that in the new CX-5, probably a little bit more expensive because it's a whole new design with a new motor, with a new transmission. It's going to be a whole different feel to this car. And what do you think about this CX-5? Would you want to buy one? Would you want to drive it? Are you kind of excited for the new type of transition from a front-wheel drive car to rear-wheel drive cars that Mazda is going to be producing? What do you think? Oh yeah, what do you think about my logo here? I'm thinking I'm going to change it to that. Kind of like the simple, sleek design, all while sending the message of what I'm trying to represent. Basically, AutoMotivate, motivate people to get into cars or into the automotive industry, or even motorcycles, that's fine too. And that cars are for everyone. Guys, this is Chris AutoMotivate. Always appreciate and respect one another. I'll see you in the next video.